This is the Truefree O1 earbuds. So I've recorded and edited this entire video before realizing it's Truefree O1, not Truefree O1. So I know someone's going to correct me on that. Today we're checking out the Truefree O1, not the O1. Replace everywhere I say 01 in the video with O1 and you'll be good. I took a look at my Soundcore Q20Is a while back and you guys really seem to enjoy that. And this brand here, Truefree, reached out saying that they would simply provide a product if I would look at it. So not paid, not sponsored, anything like that. So I said sure, and this is the Truefree O1 earbuds. I decided to accept their offer and take a look at these earbuds since the previous video on the Soundcores did quite well. And I feel like you guys might be interested in some budget noise canceling earbuds since you were interested in budget noise canceling headphones. So as shown, the Truefree O1s go for about $60 on Amazon, which definitely puts them in sort of the lower tier of pricing, especially compared to similar Beats headphones and such that are around $200. So these go for about $60, but they said that they would send a code for any viewers of this video to use if you want to buy these. So, not sponsored or anything, not necessarily saying you should buy them quite yet, haven't even gotten in the box. But by the end of this, if you're interested in a pair, I'll leave that discount code that they provide linked below. So let's kind of run through some of the basic specs here. So these are sport open ear earbuds. So instead of having a rubber tip that actually, sort of goes in your ear, these sort of just rest on your ears so that they don't, sort of fatigue your ears as easy and they kind of hang on this little hook. So they advertise a 16.2 millimeter dynamic driver, 45 hours of playtime, and dual mics on each earbud for the active noise canceling that they were advertising. So Truefree O1, Sound in Heaven, that's just, some of their marketing stuff. And then Bluetooth version is 5.3, playtime about 10 hours, but up to 45 with the charging case. Okay. Overall, pretty tidy and neat packaging so far. So there it is again, Sound in Heaven. Just, I guess that's sort of Truefree slogan. And then they're saying to install the app to get better, fine tuning and control. So let's put this off to the side. So right off the bat, that's the Truefree earbuds case. And it does look a lot larger than most earbuds that I've used, but they are sort of this massive hook style. And I believe that the Powerbeats Pro, which are the hook style Beats headphones, I think that case is a little bigger than this. So it's really not that big in the grand scheme of things. So it looks like we have a little accessory box right here. So it includes a USB Type-C cable for charging, and that's it. That's all that was in that little box. Then in the bottom here, we have a little instruction booklet, and this just shows hold the pairing button, and then it'll show up in your Bluetooth, and sort of how to wear the headphones right and wrong way, just basic information. Okay, so here are the Truefree O1s. Finally getting them out of the wrap here. First impressions for how large they are, definitely not as heavy as you'd think they'd be. Like, it looks dense and heavy. It's really not that heavy. It has a very nice hinge on it from what I can tell. So the hinge is pretty stiff, and once you get it past a certain point, it's sort of spring-loaded and goes down. It has a nice little magnet snap. We have 3 LED dots in the front of the case to show sort of the case's charge status. And then there's our USB Type-C on the back with a hint of blue in it, actually. And then here are the Truefree O1 open ear earbuds. So it's pretty self-explanatory. On the left is the left side, on the right is the right side. And then right here in the middle is a little pairing button. So let's remove each earbud individually here for a second. So through the entire case, as well as on the earbuds, there's a lot of this, I'm not entirely sure what it's called. I'm going to refer to it as patent plastic because it looks like patent leather. I know for a fact it's probably not the right term, but you guys know what I mean. Shiny plastic. So there's a lot of shiny plastic in the case, as well as actually quite a bit on the actual earbuds themselves. While this does look super good, I've had Samsung Galaxy Buds as well as Samsung Galaxy Buds Plus that were sort of this glossy black color. And while it does look super cool, it does scratch pretty easily. I feel like it would probably be pretty much the exact same story as the Samsung ones. So on each side of the case, we have 2 little charging contacts, and they're secured in place with little magnets, and then it, boom, just snap in place. And on the bottom of each earbud, there's a plastic film that says remove me, so they're not going to charge unless you remove that. So as far as size and form factor, they are a little large, but they're not necessarily large compared to something like the Powerbeats Pro, which are, quite large sport earbuds. The current earbuds that I have been daily driving are the Beats Studio Buds, which, while not super close to these, are the closest comparison that I have, and these are the ones that I'm actively using, so I'll definitely be able to tell any, sound differences. So first of all, because these are in-ear style earbuds, they simply just go into your ear you know, just like that. And you have a little play pause thing on the outside. So very small little unit. So this little pod where the actual speaker is roughly the same size, but they have this entire wire that wraps around to, you know, sort of hook on your ear, which makes up for most of the size on these earbuds. And then even though I have a protective case on this, the case for the Truefree O1s is still significantly larger than something like the Beats Studio Bud case. Just as a little comparison with something that I had at the setup, this is a Miu Mini Plus next to the Truefree Buds case, just to sort of get an idea of the scale of the case. Are they pocketable? Absolutely. I can definitely fit these in my pocket, but unlike the Beats Studio Buds, I don't think that these are going to go in the same pocket that I have my keys in, because this just takes up a lot more space. But moving on from just, you know, visual differences, let's just have a quick listen real quick, and I'll get back to you guys and let you know what I think. So if you press and hold this button right here, it should put it in a pairing mode. And you see the LEDs flashing, so that is pairing mode right there. In my Bluetooth list right there, there's the Truefree O1, so I can tab that and pair. Alright, so they're paired up, and they seem to be charged pretty much 100%. Phone's definitely not, but I'm going to have a listen real quick. So one thing I'll say immediately, just putting them on, not putting any music on or anything yet, it just simply feels like you have little hooks on your ears, and because they just rest by your ears, it doesn't feel like there's earbuds in your ears at all. People around you be able to hear the music a little more, since it's not necessarily isolated in your ear with a little ear tip, but it definitely does not feel like I have headphones on right now. If anything, it feels like I have, like, the arms of like glasses resting over my ear, if you know what I mean. Alright, so I just had a quick listen with these little bean looking earbuds, the Truefree O1s. So definitely was a little tricky to figure out how to put them on, even though I literally was making fun of that being an instruction manual, but now I get it. So one of the things that I think you're going to be missing out on with these is a little bit of bass and sort of low end, because with in-ear earbuds like the Beat Studio Buds, you would typically go with bigger or like tighter you know, silicone ear tips. That way it sort of seals the bass, and basically the bass is louder if you have a ear tip that fits your head. If your ear tip's too small, the bass isn't as loud. That's kind of how some of these in-ear earbuds work. These are completely outside of your head because there's no ear tip at all. So bass is pretty lacking. Not to say that they sound bad. They actually do sound pretty good. I'd say that they're comparable to Beats, Galaxy Buds, Soundcore, you know, most of the typical brands that I've tried that aren't like enthusiast level, but they sound pretty good. So using the Truefree app and all of it that I mentioned earlier, you can enable noise canceling on these guys. And the thing that's a little problematic about these with noise canceling, like I mentioned, with the bass, there's no silicone ear tip, so it doesn't like seal to your head. So the noise canceling sort of doesn't work the best since there's no ear tips, so you can still fully hear your surroundings whenever there's no music playing. However, with like noise canceling headphones, there's like padding and or even these noise canceling earbuds to where they're sort of plugged in your ears, so they're already blocking out some noise to begin with. But these ones with no music playing, if you just put on noise canceling, you really can still hear your environment. With music playing, it drowns it out a little more. These, with how far they sit from your ear, you can just really, you know, hear what's going on, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, since I find that the main appeal and draw of these is like in a gym environment, for instance. You can wear these without feeling like you have plugs in your ears. Like you can hear everything as well as you can hear your music. They're not going to fall out of your ear because they're not in ears. They literally are hooked to your ear. So I think that these would be far better for like workouts and stuff than the Beats Studio Buds would be, because I've had lots of issues with these just falling out of my ears whenever looking down and stuff, even though I tried every ear tip imaginable. So the fact that these stay on my head perfectly well, I think that these would be perfect workout headphones, right? And that's pretty much the exact audience that Truefree is aiming these towards. Just kind of wrap up and give you my thoughts and stuff in conclusion. Very solid feeling charging case, nice mechanism, nice magnet, nice hinge. Everything about it's pretty cool. I don't particularly like the use of glossy plastic, since on past earbuds that I've used, it's gotten a little messed up over time. And then said charging case has a USB Type-C, which is pretty much a must nowadays, with a blue hint in it. Not too sure that shows up on camera, but not too sure why they did that, but it's pretty cool. And comparing these to sort of my Beats Studio Buds especially, sound quality was actually particularly good, just a lot of lack in sort of bass frequencies, not in like a negative way. As a matter of fact, if you're going off of like referencing and how stuff should sound, it probably sounds more realistic than the beats, because beats sort of have like amplified bass, right? So these probably sound more true, but they just have a little less bass than I'm used to. So for 60 bucks, there's really not a lot of the big names in that price range, such as Beats and stuff. Really, the only brand that I can think of would be Soundcore. I can't speak for Soundcore Sport earbuds since I've only used Soundcore's headphones, but for the price point, these are actually extremely premium. And since I am one of the people who's spent money on Beats earbuds as well as Beats headphones and stuff, I think it's well within reason to say that after trying these, I definitely would recommend you buy these, especially if you're someone who's into working out, since they stay in your ear and you can actually kind of hear your environment. So at the end of the day, I don't think that there's anything really particularly wrong with these, and I actually would recommend them if you're looking for some workout earbuds. So shout out to Truefree for sending these over, not sponsored. You're seeing this video before they are. But they did say that they would put a discount code for me to put in the description if you would be interested in getting these. Once again, not sponsored. Form your own opinions about these on whether or not you're going to get them. But they did say that they'd put a discount code had I accepted this review unit. So you can find that code in the description if you want to get a pair for yourself. Once again, not sponsored. All my thoughts are my own. That typical stuff. So thank you all for stopping by. That's the Truefree O1s. That's all from me. I'm out. Peace.